Here's the next statement from Brandon. Brandon Williams, who's very vested in this Israel-Palestine situation too, Brandon. Free Palestine. Okay. Thank you, Brandon. But somebody pushes back here. Vera Havor with a good pushback. Brandon, Palestine was ever a free independent entity. Never a free independent entity. It was a colonial creation and ruled by colonial powers. Fact.
Fact.
So the only thing that they should be freed from is the terror group Hamas that's destroying all normal living for all in the region. Also fact. How about combat the facts?
Her comment, Vera Javor, her comment is right on point. And that's exactly right. So we know that the Ottomans ruled this entire region for 400 years. There was no independent nation states, right, before 1944, 45, 46, 48. There was no Lebanon, there was no Syria, there was no Saudi Arabia, and there was no Israel. This was a region that was inhabited by all kinds of different people. And then when the British defeated the Ottoman Empire, and then the British took control, and the British and the French together carved up the region. They were the colonial powers that were occupying the land, not the Jews. The Jews already lived there. So what happened was, again, the French and the British were the ones that carved up that land and then controlled it for 20 years until the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. And by the way, they didn't just try to establish a nation-state of Israel. They also attempted to give sovereignty to the Palestinians. So people don't remember that, and they don't talk about it, that yes, the Palestinians were also offered a state. The difference, though, is that the Jews agreed to share the land and agreed to partition it and stay on their side, and the Arabs said, no, we want all of it.
Right.
And that's a fact.
Right. Here's Brommel again commenting. What question, I guess in response to the Palestinian question, how bloodthirsty you land-thieving genocidal dogs are? Free Palestine. Thank you for your contribution. And then again, I guess the guy John Bloider pushed back on him, and he responded to him, John Bloider, you'll burn in hell for being a Zionist piece of shit fucking dog.
So,
Intellect.
So I have a question there. Like, for example, like when Ryan Brommel says thieving genocidal dogs, we've already covered genocide, and we've debunked that, and it's completely ridiculous. And again, it's
the
just
dogs part's pretty
well,
telling, right?
that's just, you know, that's just it's anti-Semitism, and it's intellectual and emotional immaturity.
Right.
So I don't pay much attention to the name calling, but what gets me is the terms that are appropriated. So thieving,
Right.
and again, this is the part where we don't push back well enough and say, well, wait a second, what do you mean?
Right.
Thieving. What are you saying? You're saying that Israel, the Jews stole the land?